In this video, I review the Bushnell Backtrack device. Using GPS and a digital compass, the device allows you to set up 3 waypoints and guides you back to those waypoints. Functionality is obtained via the use of 2 buttons. The left button marks waypoints and activates a backlight. The right button turns the unit on or off, or toggles between waypoints. The unit requires 2 AAA batteries, which are installed in the back. When you look at the unit, there are 3 icons for the waypoints: home, your car, and a star representing whatever you want. Once you set a waypoint, the GPS coordinates of that waypoint are stored. When you are away from the waypoint, the device notes your new GPS coordinates. The unit can easily compute your distance to each waypoint. The addition of a digital compass allows the unit to also compute the bearing to each waypoint. Hence, the digital compass must work well for the unit to perform adequately. In the rest of the video, I demonstrate that the unit works reasonably well during a hike. Okay, so we're at the beginning of a trail, and we basically want to mark it like you would put down a breadcrumb. Because this thing has a digital compass, it's imperative that you're not near a metal object like a car when you set this, because it'll throw the digital compass off and then throw everything else off. Okay, so what Diana will do is press the upper left button, hold it, and okay, now we've zeroed out, and basically our breadcrumb is set here, the GPS coordinates. And then as we go through the hike, we'll show you how this backtrack unit will point back to this location, which is very close to the car. But like I said, you don't really want to set this right next to the car. I think that's the source of problems for a lot of people. All right, we'll continue with the hike. Okay, so we've come up a ways, and we believe that the parking lot is roughly in this direction. So Diana's going to turn on the unit. Okay, go ahead. And I can't see the arrow. Oh, okay. Nice. So it's roughly pointing that way, which is reasonably close. I believe the parking lot's that way, and it's roughly pointing this way. Try turning the unit a little bit, rotating the unit a little bit.
It's consistent.
Okay, do a little more. That's not terribly consistent at that point. Do it again.
It's closer to what it was before.
Now it's pointing sort of in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
And we think the parking lot's in that direction, so we maybe 15 degrees off. And now we're back to this direction again. So I would say the average of the readings is, oh, now it looks
correct.
Really correct. But the average of the readings looks correct. Mm-hmm. So I'd recommend turning the thing and try to take a mental estimate of the average of the readings. And what's the distance?
377.
377 yards from where we started, which is probably reasonable. Okay, we'll wait till the next stop and we'll record again. One can see the parking lot actually out there. There's a little shed, which is the bathroom, and that's actually on the right end of the parking lot. So we're looking at the left end of the parking lot is where the car should be, and that's very good actually, and claiming we're 393 yards from the vehicle, exactly in the right direction. That's also very good. Dead on. Also very good. Make sure to keep it flat. One has to keep this unit fairly level. Okay, yeah, that looks good. What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yep, very good. Okay, end of experiment. Okay, now at 1x magnification, again, the car is in the center of the picture in that direction, and the GPS unit, yeah, it's pointing very accurately, I would say,
yep.
towards it. Yeah, good. 454 yards. In this case it's pointing, nope, yeah, it corrected itself and it's pointing that direction again. Okay. Good. That looks good. I can't see too well. Yep, that looks good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, that's successful. Okay, again, the car is in the center of the screen, sort of right over the center of the bump in the rock that's in the center of the screen. And now we're going to come over and take a look at the GPS backtrack unit. And that looks very good. 520 yards, and direction looks really perfect because it should be pretty much in line with that dead tree that we see here. Maybe just a little, nope, nah, that was good, okay. Again, lined up with the dead tree. Again, lined up with a dead tree, so wonderful. So I would say this Bushnell Backtrack device is working quite well. Okay, we are on another local peak here, and the car, although it can't be seen, is at the center of the screen again, which is the end of the box canyon, and the unit is reading, I would say, just a tad bit to the left, but that would be pointing sort of over here, over here, but that's pretty close. And now we'll rotate the unit.
It's better.
And it's a little better. Let me try to follow that. Yep, that's pretty much centered on the box canyon. Go ahead and keep rotating.
Good.
Go ahead, yeah, okay. Couldn't even tell. That looks just about right to me. Okay, again, in the box canyon. Yes, all looks quite reasonable. Okay. Okay, when we were at the top of one of the peaks, I actually set the whatever mark, breadcrumb, on the unit, and that's the leftmost peak with a rock sitting on the left. That's very close to where we set the mark. And now we sit there and see the direction of that is pretty close. It might be just a little to the right of where we were. That seems to be much better. I would say that looks like it's pointing directly to where we were. I'll turn it again. Make sure you keep it level. Good. Yep, that's pointing right on to the thing. Okay, and the distance, I think it's saying that we're at 1.4 miles from the peak, which is reasonable. Again, it's pointing a little to the right of where we were, more towards, actually.
It just moved.
No,
now that's pointing
good.
Right
that's
at
right at it again. So I again recommend a little bit of rotation of the unit and sort of average the results. But again, we're about 1.4 miles, and they mark the location of the highest point that we were at. Okay.